Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have your weekly preview for the week of September 25th, 2023. Thank you so much for that chat-a-thon. It was freaking awesome. Every other month, we've done it every single time, 12 times in a row for 2 years straight. You guys did it, and then I was there, there too. So, anyway, let's go with this weekly preview. We're going to go over the SOULFORGE, the Glory Shop, Epic Trials, Underspire, Event Key Drop Table, all that good stuff. Let's go. Over Easy, the Journey. Over Easy, new ultra rare troop, Crystal Eggs. Get this troop with Glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Journey, help your guild travel to a new kingdom, build a team from a troop type, knight, and invade every day. Link it at the end of this one, but we got teams already on another video. I put it out this morning at reset pretty much. 3 teams, high level, low level, and if you only have one Sir Aluin type of deal. The Dread Captain's Chest, the campaign has started. New rewards every week, don't miss out. 6 more days of that, so we're almost done. Week of Dragons, all dragons gain 10% to their skills. Week of Knights, all knights gain 10% to their skills. And bonus glory, use the crystal eggs in PvP to gain 5 glory. Alright, let's go straight to that SOULFORGE. I know that's what a lot of people do when the week starts up. They run to the SOULFORGE and see if there's something there that they've been saving for. So let's see. We have Tourmaline, Champion of Anu, Scorpius, and Queen Aurora. 2 of those are silverglade. Isn't that weird? Or no, 1 silverglade and 1 is a knight, which is kind of strange. We have a knight guy that might go with Champion of Anu. Then we have Queen Aurora, who's from Silverglade. So don't throw your event keys for that magic stat. You're probably better off getting Queen Aurora with diamonds, I guess. But anyway, the order of operation here would be Scorpius is the best. Scorpius, your rally with the Bane of Mercy, can do anything in the entire game. It's one of the most solid teams in the entire game. It's like that baseball player that can play every single position, and anytime you need him, you can just, he's there. So he's not the best at any one thing, but he's solid and will fill in any spot you need him in. So that's what Scorpius your rally is. So if you have your rally, Scorpius is a high priority, probably top 25-ish. 28, yellow, purple, brown, drifting sands, monster. Deal damage to the last 2 enemies. The damage is lethal on any poisoned enemy. So, your rally will poison on 4 or 5 gym match. So this guy will then kill the 2 bottom enemies, last enemies. And then you just do it again, and you kill, 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 kill. It's kind of like Ubistet. Queen Aurora is probably next. 24 green, yellow, purple, divine beast from Silverglade. Give all other allies barrier and 38 life. Create 10 gems of a chosen color. Gain bonus mana from all gym matches. Notice that says all. Normally it'll be like from blue or from purple or from yellow, but this is all, which is pretty cool, the rainbow link. Back in the day, it used to be a top 10 mythic. I always say that about it. It was like number 10, though. It was never like a top 3 or anything, but it was like the first one to get pushed out of the top 10 as more troops came in, and it's just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped ever since. It is a Silverglade mythic, which is cool, and it isn't a useless one. It's actually pretty cool. It's got the 3rd trait, which is neat, and its spell isn't useless, but it's like a top 35-ish, probably. Champion of Anu would be next. 22, blue, red, yellow, Sword's Edge, Human Knight, Silence, Stun, and Drain all mana from an enemy. Deal damage to them and all enemies below them. Oh, it hits all enemies, don't it? I always thought it was like didn't hit all enemies, but I guess it does. Maybe we should be using that in the, it's got 60% skull reduction. Might be good for the journey, now that I look at it again. I don't know why I thought he hit only 3 enemies. I think maybe the Guardian of Law screwed me up there. But anyway, the Ulf Harrigan does true damage, so I still recommend him for sure. And then we have Tourmaline. Not one of my favorites. 22 green, red, brown, Hellcrag, Daemon Knight. Deal damage to all enemies. Drain 4 mana from all enemies boosted by Gargoyle Gems. Create a good Gargoyle Gem and matching 4 or more gems. He might just be like my bias. Maybe I put him down a little bit. Maybe he should be ahead of... Maybe he should be in like 3rd this week, but I'll put him in 4th. He's Not the best, that's for sure. He's definitely not a top 20 mythic, so not something you should craft in the SOULFORGE. Is basically all you need to know. Whether he should be in second or third or fourth this week really doesn't matter. Scorpius is better, and you should get Scorpius if you don't have it. If you don't have Scorpius, then you should just pass. Unless you're going for that magic stat, I guess, maybe, potentially. If you're a very specific person that's going to literally get the magic stat as soon as you craft it. Well, look at this. We got Tesla, probably the best legendary in the game right now. Maybe, potentially. It is in the conversation as the best legendary in the game at the moment. I don't know if anyone would argue. We got the Silent One. We got Gruz. And we got Doulahan. So 2 weirdos and a couple... Tesla's definitely the best. It's probably the best thing in the entire SOULFORGE right now. 15 blue, red, Adana, human, deal true scatter damage, boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So that's cool because you can boost it, and you don't even have to boost her. You can boost your tank or your hero, and it still counts. And then it also counts based off the enemy's armor. So if you're fighting harder and harder and harder enemies, the higher their armor gets, the harder she hits. And it's just cool. It's cool the way she boosts off of armor. Like, Rowan needs to be... It's Rowan's armor. So if Rowan gets hit, her damage goes down. And you have to apply whatever spell to Rowan. With Tesla, you can apply it to your tank, and it still counts. And then the whole enemy team counts, too, which is really awesome. And it's true damage. True scatter damage. So Tesla is awesome. You should get it if you don't have it. Period. You should maybe get 2 of them if you don't have it, honestly. Tesla... #1 in the SOULFORGE. Second Tesla is #2 in the SOULFORGE. And then Scorpius is #3 in the SOULFORGE. Next would be the Silent One, most likely. I don't know. He's actually kind of stupid. Never mind. But yeah. The rest of them are kind of dookie. They're like all pretty bad. Silence all enemies and myself. You know? So Tesla, head and shoulders above everything else except for Scorpius, but is still above Scorpius. You should get 2 Teslas before you get Scorpius. Got the Silver Saber. That is available in the Journey event. Don't get it here. Arcanist's Blade. Nothing. Emerald Blade is pretty good. Not something you can't leave this week without or anything. It's just a okay explodey weapon if you didn't get it the first time around. Wild Orb. This one was I think, a pay weapon. But I already have it, so that means you could have got it already. If it was a pay weapon. It's nothing. 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 Crystal Point, yellow and purple for each Silverglade ally. I think I'm using that in the Underspire, just by the way. And that's it. So nothing you can't leave this week without, but tomorrow is Silver Necropolis. That means Life and Death, which is a really good weapon. Definitely a top 15 weapon. Go check out my best 15 weapons in the game video. Life and Death did make the top 15, so you should get it whenever you see it. If you're doing that event, if you're buying up anywhere near the weapon in that event tomorrow, you should get it through the event with gems. If you're doing the event totally for free and you don't have a lot of gems and you're just in the hole as far as gems go and you can't spare a single gem, then maybe you can get it in the SOULFORGE. But you better be really low on gems to do that. Or be completely done with Silver Necropolis, which would be weird to not have Life and Death, but to be completely done with Silver Necropolis would be kind of weird and backwards. I don't even know if that's possible. So yeah, that's the SOULFORGE. Tesla, Scorpius, Life and Death. Alright, let's check out the Journey event. Alright, so Journey. It's night. It's blue nights, so we have to use blue nights. We got the event captain, Sir Aluin. He has ×2 magic, and his trait gives ×2 to 3 times score. In this event only. You want to pick the higher miles pretty much every time. Don't pay attention to stats. It's kind of like Tower of Doom, where you just don't pay attention to the stats. Just pick the higher miles, and that'll be fine. Rewards are pretty good. You get deeds, books and deeds, I think. Look, Imperial Deed there, 2 Imperial Deeds, books of Ice Deeds. These are the things we need, and they get you get them in here. So and then we get the shiny keys. They're giving us extra rewards, like always. Buy up to tier 4, if possible. I hope you can. And what you want to do is you buy up to tier 4, and you don't automatically ascend the dude. You go and you use a couple minor blues, which everybody should have these days. There's so many vault events that you should be getting so many chaos orbs that you should have enough. And don't use minor blues all willy-nilly. Use them for stuff like this. This guy's an actually good troop that you can use blue orbs on, like you should. You want to buy up to the weapon anyway, and then buy one more anyway because of the rewards and how far they go, and you need extra turns anyway. So I think tier 4 is the way to go. So you might as well also use 2 minor blues if you can. If you can't, I do have a team with 1 Cerulean on it on that video that I'm going to link at the end of this video that's already out right now with teams for Journey. But that's pretty much Journey. You just pick the higher miles. You just have to use this guy. And if you're smart, you're going to use multiples of this guy because he'll loop. In my opinion. Because if he dies and he's gone, you want to have another one. Or if he's trying to loop and somehow he fails, you'll have another one loaded up to get you back looping. I think it's, most of the time, I almost always use multiples. 2 Chalcedonis, 2 Todds, 2 Seekers, 2 Ceruleans, 2 Huntmaster Arborises. I always do that, just in case they miss or just in case they die. Then you have another one ready to go. That's how you make it an infinite loop. You have 2 of them. And a storm, appropriate storm, and appropriate typing for all 4 troops. You can always put whatever you want in the last slot. That's where you go like Ulf Harrigan, or you go Champion of Anu or something. Or if you want to, leave your hero off and do whatever you want with the last 2 slots. But yeah, that's just how you make these troops work. You gotta have every single troop be of the right typing. You need the storm, and then you should. I recommend 2 of the loopy troop just in case. But that's Journey. Let's check out the shop. Spoils of War, like always. We got Crystal Dragon Eggs. 11 yellow, purple, silverglade, dragon. Choose 1, create 7 blue dragon gems, summon a random dragon. Or create 7 green dragon gems, summon a random dragon. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. So crystal eggs. And the traitstone you get is Arcane Plains traitstones, which is yellow and purple. Every time you get an egg, you get one of those Arcane Plains traitstones. So good time to use your glory to get trait stones to then go fully trait troops. Such as alright, we got Arachnian Weaver. Every single trait it has is awesome. Arcproxy Avendra, Doom of Arachnia, the only Uber Doomstorm in the entire game. Phoenix. Phoenix's Blessing. Bless and enchant a random ally when I match 4 or more gems. Infernus. Conflagration. Burn all enemies on 4 or 5 gem match. Queen Aurora. Rainbow Link. Gain bonus mana from all gem matches. They give him Medusa has the Stone Curse. Curse and stun a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Ishtara has a Bless. 50% chance. Kultzama has something. The Archdeva, Sanctuary, Barrier, and Bless a random ally when matching 4 or more gems. Pretty good stone right here. Skady, that Ice Storm, that Snowstorm. Voice of Orpheus, Adagio. Divine Ishbala, 40% start for Divine. It was so good they had to reduce it by 10%. Emperor Liang has Emperor's Blessing. Enchant a random ally on 4 or 5 gem match. There's so many with this one. So you should probably be buying quite a few and making sure you have everything. You know, bless a random ally on 4 or 5 gem match. Make sure you got everything fully traded. Let's see if there's anything else. Seems pretty top heavy at least though. Which is good, because that's usually when you're going to need trait stones. Like the Sacrificial Priest is fast, and with Necromancy is a really good soul farming troop. So if you're still soul farming, Sacrificial Priest is the soul farming troop. So you need to fully trade it before you actually start soul farming. And that's it. But a lot of good stuff up here. Divine Ishbala, for sure. You better check and see if you got Divine Ishbala fully traded. Emperor Liang, even Infernal King, all kinds of stuff. Lots of mythics. So that yellow-purple traitstone is really good. Alright, event key drop table is Silverglade. That means the only troops you're going to get if you open event chests is Silverglade troops. So let's go see what you could potentially get out of those chests this week. That's how you target down certain mythics now. You wait, you save up your event keys, and you wait for a Silverglade week, for example, because you need Silverglade mythics. You know which mythics you need, right? And you look at what kingdom they're from, and you save up event keys, thousands and thousands, so you can go target down that one mythic you need from that kingdom, right? That's how you do it. So we got Queen Aurora, we got Will of Nisha. Those are our two mythics, and those are not good. Queen Aurora is above average, and Will of Nisha is like average. Christinex is the legendary. It used to be super awesome, but it's not any longer. Tannenbaum's a really good defensive Guild Wars legendary, and a pretty cool like triple skull damage versus Entangled. A cool legendary, but not one you can definitely live without it for sure. Same with Christinex. Vanya's in the underworld, so you can't get it with event keys. You can't get Amethylos either. Herald of Christinex is kind of interesting. It converts all blue gems to green dragon gems. But, you know, it doesn't have empowered or anything. Moon Mage is great, but I think you get that from, like, adventure keys at the beginning of the game, and you don't really need to be throwing event keys for it. Sir Aluin, I don't think you can get them right now with event keys, but in the future, if Silverglade ever come back, you know, so it's probably not worth mentioning, because I don't think you can get them right now with event keys. And yeah, that's about it. So the legendaries are okay, and then the mythics are okay. It's not the greatest. People will say, you know, the mythic for the Magic Kingdom, but make sure you literally will get the stat as soon as you craft the mythic or pull the mythic, because you might need those event keys elsewhere for something better. As soon as you get Queen Aurora for a magic stat, you know Ironhawk's going to pop up next week, Adana's going to pop up next week, or some other like High King Iron Gut or something's going to pop up next week. So you only get one chance at your event keys, and then you're going to have to save up for a whole nother year. So magic stats are good, but just make sure you actually are going to get it. And it's not just a little bit of progress towards it, and then you don't get it, and then you're just going to be sitting there still without a magic stat. I don't know if that's right before the soft cap or not. I just forget. If it is, go for it. If it's not, think twice. Okay, so that's the event key drop table, the traitstone, the glory shop, the SOULFORGE, and the journey event. So what should we do next? Let's go see what else is going on this week. All right, so today, going to be doing that campaign, maybe doing your little XP booster task, which I think is a waste of time in my opinion, but hey. You should be opening vault keys. Put your back against the wall. Put your back in the corner. That way you go harder during the vault event. Open all of your vault keys so you have none, and then you have to go hard during the vault event. At least that's how it works for me. Gives me motivation. You're doing your campaign, your tasks. You're doing the journey event today. Maybe some underspire, some epic trials. Tomorrow we got Silver Necropolis. Remember, life and death. If you don't have life and death, it's like a must grab, so you should go get it. Wednesday, we have Tinycorn. Is that its name? Tinycorn from Silverglade, another Silverglade pet. It's one we've had before, but you could get more copies of it. Thursday, we have Archmagus. Pretty good class, borderline top 5 class. Really good purple class. And then this weekend, we have Vault Event. Best event in the entire game. That's when you gold farm. That's when you soul farm. That's when you get orbs. That's when you get tarot cards. That's when you get vault keys, which are the best thing in the entire game, because they can give you all the cool stuff you actually want in the game. So make sure you go hard during the vault event. If you have this whole week right now, if there's any possible way you can do something right now on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to give yourself more time this weekend, do it. Don't be gold farming tonight for an hour. Don't be soul farming tomorrow for an hour. Don't be gold farming Wednesday for an hour. Use that time to, okay, I'm going to mow the grass. Okay, I'm going to do the dishes. Okay, I'm going to rub wifey's feet so I can get an extra hour on the vault event, because it's way better to do an hour of vault event than it is to do an hour of gold farming or soul farming. Give yourself that extra time, even if it's work. Hey, boss man, I'll work an hour late every night this week if you let me take off Friday early. Can I leave early on Friday, like 2 hours early, 3 hours, 4 hours early? Can I have a half day on Friday, boss man? I'll work an hour late Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday if you let me go home at lunchtime on Friday. And then you could come home and do the vault event on Friday. Like, think ahead, because the vault event is the #1 event in the entire game. It blows away anything else you can do as far as gold, souls, glory, gems, everything. So make sure you're going hard in the vault event. Rowan or Ironhawk or Moon Mage. Anything else is wrong. Explore 1. Vault keys are the goal, not anything else. Nomapaloozas as much as you can. Anyway, let us go check out the campaign. Let's just get it out of the way. We weren't close at all. The stars led us all the way to Merlantis, and what was worse, they now pointed north. Could the treasure be in Silverglade? We got Slayer, kill all enemies in any battle except training. Brawler, win any battle except training. And Purple Slayer, kill purple enemies in any battle except training. It's just going to happen. Don't worry about it. Just come collect it when you think it's done. More copies of Polly. Dread Captain Grimm for everybody. I hear he's crappy. Yeah, so scratch what I said about gold farming. I still think maybe you could make something. There's a lot of booty gems. There's like one guy that makes a lot of booty gems. Maybe like 2 of him and a Cedric and the Dread Captain Grimm or something similar. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's tried the booty gem route. I think people have tried the treasure map route. It probably doesn't work, but you guys are getting it. Mess around with it. Let me know. I'm free to play. I'm not getting it, so I have no idea. What are we getting? What stat? Magic. That's great. Magic is the best stat, and we're getting magic, so that's awesome. All right, let's go do the underspire because it's a little bit faster than the epic trials. And the team I'm using is kind of like not the greatest for everybody. I'm considering making an underspire video, like a single standalone video, maybe on Wednesday. That might be a little too late, but I don't know, maybe. Right now I'm using double Amethylos, and I know some of y'all don't even have it, or you might only have one. If that's the case, no, you could do Christinax or Will of Nisha instead. Even Willow. Anything that hits all enemies. Vanya. So if you only have one Amethylos, just use something else that hits all enemies. Hopefully that doesn't use yellow, actually. So maybe Willow or Christinax would be better, because the yellow is going to Queen Aurora. So the way I'm doing this here, Archmagus, double purple-red, minus brown. We have no brown. We have lots of purple. We have lots of red, right? We have all Silverglade. Everything's from Silverglade, because it has to be. Alright, so we're doing this weapon. It does damage to an enemy, boosted by Silverglade allies, then creates a mix of yellow and purple for each Silverglade ally. So we're going to get a lot of yellow and purple. The purple will go to the Amethyloses, and the yellow will go to Queen Aurora. If Queen Aurora gets up, it gives all other allies barrier and life and creates 10 gems of a chosen color. Then we choose purple. When we choose purple, we deal damage to all enemies boosted by purple gems. Convert 5 purple gems to purple giant gems. There is a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by purple gems. So you see what I mean? We're kind of trying, and if you take one Amethylos off and put something else, like I said, it's fine. I'd recommend Christinax or Willow, because we want the yellow to go to Queen Aurora, but whatever floats your boat. If you want to do Will of Nisha or Vanya, I think that's good too. Magician, I don't know. But let's go show it in action. I know, hey, if you're a low-level player, it's not that hard to get these Dragon Egg Dragons. It might be your first mythic ever. Alright, so we want to get our weapon up. And this is going to work. The further we go in, I think the better this would work. Like early on, it might look like a little bit of a slog. We really got to get our weapon up. There we go. And we're hoping we get Amethylos early. We're just going to cast it and win. Later on, we're going to cast Queen Aurora, put more purple on the board. That we have a chance for an extra turn. We do more damage. I'm going to go up. Let's just show one more battle. Then we'll do the epic trials. Which the epic trials I do for success rate. Here in the underspire, this is like mostly for people doing it for free. But I think my teams could make it pretty far. But I know this could definitely make it all the way if you're doing it for free torches. I will be buying extra torches pretty soon. I just want to replenish my gem stack, and the Vault event will help me do that, so it won't be too long. Maybe 2 weeks. 2-week break off of that underspire to get my gem stack back up, and then I'm going to go hard at it, get my major glory orbs. Alright, let's go do the epic trials. Oh, I guess I'll show you the team code. There you go. In case you want to copy it down, freeze it, pause it, write it down. Or you can just go get Crystal Point, 2 Amethyoses, and Queen Aurora, and make yourself Archmagus with a double purple red brown. Barely takes any longer. Alright, let's go to Silverglade, and let's do epic trials. So, you might not do this exactly the same way I'm doing it. I'm doing this for success rate. I want everybody that watches this video, if you're having trouble, you can come here to this video, you can use my team, and you can get it done. That's all I want. So I have Wisp in first slot. I think that's the main thing most people aren't going to do. I think they're going to put Silver Maiden in first slot or something else in first slot. Because Wisp is our only other damage dealer. The Charm actually does decent damage. It does like 100-something damage, which is okay. But my thing is like, okay, it's going to charm for a little bit, and then the enemies are going to start dying, and then maybe we can't charm anymore. So until it dies, I'm definitely casting it, definitely charming. But once it dies, like that whole time it's there, it's got stealthy, so it can't be hit by spells. So the only thing it's getting hit by is skulls. Silver Maiden is building armor and life behind it. Instead of getting hit immediately. It has 40% skull reduction. And then it's building its life and armor behind the Wisp until the Wisp goes down. Herald of Christine X, 30% skull reduction. Another thing in front of Christine X. Converts all blue gems to green dragon gems. If Christine X is on my team, all allied dragons gain 4 magic. So that's ahead of Christine X because it's going to convert all blue gems to green dragon gems and like blow up the whole board and hopefully get Christine X up. Christine X gains enchant when matching purple gems. It's got stone skin. It's in last slot. It has a summon, so it's like never going to die. So there's like no way you can lose if you use my team like this. I'm pretty sure. Wisp there to take a couple shots while Silver Maiden builds up. Then you have a summon you can bring in front of Silver Maiden while it's still building up. And then you have Christine X here with the Silver Draken to summon in. So I feel like this is the way you would do it if you want to make sure you win for success rate. If you want to go a little bit faster, maybe you put Silver Maiden in first slot, you drop Wisp back a little bit so Wisp stays alive longer. That way you can continue to use it longer. Let's make sure I got my niches on. Alright, I do. And I feel like with the Epic Trials, Anus are worthless because the battles take so long that you might as well have an extra magic is way better than having that little bit of extra start. But some people are impatient. But let's show a battle. This is the thing that takes the longest in the entire video. Match a purple as soon as you can. That way you get your enchant going. I don't see any purple though. Always take skulls. You don't want them taking skulls. And who do they got over here? A lot of stuff with a lot of spell damage. Alright, we got Herald. Let's see if we have alignment. Which would be blue gems to green dragon gems. Right here we do, but I don't think that's good enough. We got purple. That enchants our Christine X, gets it going. Another reason for it to be in last slot. It's fine, it gets enchanted. Alright, now, Wisp. Why not? Especially if we don't have alignment for this. We can jumble the board and maybe get alignment. And we get to charm. Bang, 120. Alright, and now we have way better alignment for our Christine X. Herald of Christine X. Which between the Herald and the Christine X, that's one way you could lose, is you just get really unlucky, and your explosion gives them cascading skulls, or your Christine X removal gives them cascading skulls. So So otherwise, we're controlling it. We're watching it. We're not letting it happen. But if it's out of our control, it's out of our control. Yeah, just keep casting Wisp whenever you have it. Unless you have alignment here, which we don't. Get a couple hits. We haven't really been building up our Silver Maiden, but it also has not been taking hits. So that's good, too. It'll last a little bit longer. It gives it a chance. But I think there's many ways you could do this. I don't think this is the only way. I don't think my way is the only way. I just like to do success rate. Here we go. Nice alignment there. Got this green, but sure. Now we got skulls. Bang. Our Wisp is still hanging in there. We got the Christina the Herald, but we don't have it. Let's go with the Wisp again before it dies. Alright, we have alignment now, but we don't really need it. But we could get extra magic. Let's just do it. It's extra magic for our Christinex. Or our whole team. Well, I guess not our whole team. It's just dragons. Well, there goes Wisp. So I probably should have cast the Wisp. It's alright, though, because we're immediately ready to summon right back in there. Oops, I forgot to look. But, like, red is a good color. You could actually look at the board and see, like, if I remove something, could I get an extra turn? You could think that in your head if you want. It's up to you if you want to take the time to do that. Like, brown might give us a green extra turn. But, like, red's a color we don't use, but so is brown. I'm just going to do brown, see if I can get an extra turn here. No. Summon the Silver Draken in. Ooh, they hit Christinex. That's not very nice. Yellow's cool. And do we have it? Not really. Purple would be great. Does seem like it's taking forever, but I'm showing you, like, hey, if you want to make sure you win, this is what you kind of do. Let's actually cast this for once. She's got barrier now. Herald is not being cool. If I do that, do they get skulls? Let's just take green. If I don't have enchant on, I need to go get it. I need to grab purple right now. As long as I don't have alignment. Okay, purple. Gives our Christina enchant, so it'll get up eventually. We could cast this. Create 8 blue. And that gives us a better chance of getting our alignment, too, if we create that 8 blue. Just more blue on the board for our alignment. Let's just take purple. Herald, we don't have. Christinex is so close. Okay, we got Christinex. We could look once again and see, do we have anything? You almost have to, too. Like, you don't want to make them to have skulls. Let's just do blue. I don't care. Hitting pretty hard. Ouch. Alright, so we're definitely going to have to hurry up and get Christinex back up. Kill that. Green. Purple. Ouch. There's 3 yellow right here, and we could take out a skull. Make sure we don't have alignment first. Give ourselves barrier, life, armor. Alright, here we go. We could hit right here and hit the dragon too. Dragon egg, or the dragon gem. Uh-oh. It's okay though. Silver Draken. Another one of these. Purple to enchant. Skulls. Get the kill. So, I don't know, y'all. Maybe there's a better way to do it there, but I felt okay. Like, my Silver Maiden still had barrier and a lot of HP and stuff. I still had my Christinex to summon. I could have summoned in another Silver Draken and still had 4 troops there. So, I don't know. I might switch it up. You just gotta, that's why you gotta watch my live streams. I'm gonna do Wednesday at noon. Wednesday at noon. We've been switching it up because we're trying to make it happen. Let's get my pet. Like, I won the battle, but it wasn't fast, and I only had 3 troops at the end. But I could have summoned one in. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I haven't gone all the way yet, so I might end up trying to make that Wisp live longer by putting the Silver Maiden up top. Who knows? But that, for now, I haven't died using that team yet, and I feel like I got my Summoner all the way in the back, protected by everything else. I give the Silver Maiden time to build up life. I should probably be doing that more. I should probably at least cast that earlier. The Wisp had plenty of times to cast before it died, and then we summon in something. We still have a full team. The Herald of Christinax is giving magic every time it casts. It's doing alignment, green dragon gems, which gets up Christinax. Not like we want to sacrifice that thing either. I don't know. Let me know. It seems like one that's not easy, but it's not like the hardest one ever either. But yeah, that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Get about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.